Good morning. Hello, my friends. Today is December 27th, year 2025. Very soon will be year 2026. So 27 and we have 4 more days. It will be New Year. So today I would like to invite us just to kind of have reflections of this year. How did this year go? And we have highs and lows, right? And then we have that still have some regrets and maybe some wonderful things, great things, and then just whatever those are. I mean, kind of do some kind of like that kind of meditation. I will guide you. So in today's practice in physical asana, when we on yoga mat, I will invite us to have two blocks to practice. We explore more of that feet because since it's toward the end, kind of reflections, and then we're looking for the new year that is like a new beginning, like beginning of the year. And it's always hopeful to look up to it. Although the teaching is always like about each breath, actually it's a new beginning. But since it's gonna be New Year, and we just look forward to the new year, and then let go, bring out the old patterns or beliefs or the sadness or worries. So have two blocks ready, and then it's just kind of always practicing our yoga and the foundation that of feet. So we did toe yoga, a little exploration before. It's kind of toe and feet, and then that ground us like in a different way, and also strengthen our feet and the arch, the arch, and the top foot, back, bottom and top, ankles, and every part of our feet to facilitate that strong foundation, like strong our intention we are going to have for the new year to come. So that being said, have two blocks ready with you if you haven't already, and any yoga props or blankets or anything that you would like to incorporate with your practice, especially during the Shavasana course posing, you can have them around with you. And let's just take a moment to settle in and just be here now. Today we get to leave. And I will open our practice with a poem by Joy Harjo. This is a poem she wrote in 1983. She's still out there doing an amazing job. She is American India. I think she was the first one to have this, they call this laureate, like the prizes for being a poet. So I'm gonna start reading her poem. The first one, remember, it's kind of I'll just read it now, and I will have a little share. Remember the sky. If you haven't already, you can just close your eyes if that feels comfortable. If not, soften your gaze. I feel close your eyes and really block the distractions, because it's helpful, because I'm sure like when you really practicing yoga meditation enough, long enough, and not enough, all the things, it won't distract you. You just soften your gaze. But to me, I still like to close my eyes. Okay, Remember by Joy Harjo. Remember the sky that you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon, know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point of time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life, and her mother's and hers. Remember your father, he is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are, red skin, red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who all have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them, listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember you are all people and all people are you. Remember you are this universe and this universe is you. Remember all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember language comes from this. Remember the dance language is. The life is. Remember. This point is really like the sense of like just connectedness, oneness, like all beings, remember. And this reminds me of the story Tina Hum, the Zen master who passed away just about 3 years ago. He was from Vietnam, and when he became a monk at a very young age, when he was really close to his mother, and so when his mother passed away in his 20s, while he was in a monastery, in a temple, and then he was experienced that great sadness. Of course, you still like really loving your mother even though you're a monk, and not always just forget about everything, and not. So I was trying to say sometimes in my culture, sometimes you just like kind of like, because you just didn't want to, you give up the life, the social life, material world. But that doesn't mean like for Tina Hum, you still have the emotions, like you still know that's your mother. So that the great sadness when his mother passed away, because they were so close. And one night he was sleeping, and then he woke up and he saw outside with the moonlight shining and so warm. And moonlight is not like sunlight, so passionate and stream. And he feel that warmth, feel like that was like the sense, feel like her mother was there. And so he walked outside and to the field, and then he just walked into the woods, and then just like the sunlight the moonlight and everything. And he every step, he walked, he practiced mindful walking a lot. And whenever you walk, and then the moonlight, and he's just like he feel like his mother was there with him, like moonlight, just mother like hugging him, and his mom was there in not in that physical form, but in some other form. They are like our ancestors always there. So when he walk, each step he feel like this is not just my feet, not just my step. This is my mother's step, my ancestors' step. So like that's the oneness, like all of us, like we have a lot of generation within us, not just we can think of just mom and dad, and so us, but mom and dad have their mom and dad, and so all the generations within us. So that is really nice to think. Every time you step out, you step, mindful walking, knowing each step is lots of generations that you're walking, they're still within us. So that's feel like, so he feel that great comfort, like a mom is always with me, even though the physical part is, the form is gone, is done and gone, but mom is always everywhere. So I just want to share this story with you. So remember this poem from Joy Harjo. It's really like a oneness, like all beings, right? We learn and talk about this all the time. All beings, you are me, I'm you. And then remember, and it says here like all people, you are all people, and all people are you. And that is very profound. We just keep learning, because we still have our angers. I don't know. I still have my frustrations, and some people, sometimes, you still have that human beings and all the emotions, and it's okay. Just to keep learning. We can have a moment, and we come back. Okay, the oneness. We all in this life very short. Some might live up to 100 years. Some of us might be 60 and or 70, 50, 40. We don't know. So okay, and we settle in again. That is sinking. That breathing in and out. You're just noticing your breathing. Like your ancestors are with you. Your families are with you. Breathing, we all together. We are together. And just keep breathing in and out. So new breath in, old breath out. Kind of like New Year, ring in, right? We like to talk about New Year. Ring in the new and out the old, something like this. And just begin to take a very before I will read another point before we do the meditation for New Year's. And just right now, I invite you just to think of very quick to go back to the beginning of this 2025. Not yet, just later we have go back to 2025 and I will guide you kind of okay, how did this year go, and how could I some of the goodness, like that happiness and joy, and some of regrets, how did I move forward for the next year. So I'm going to read this another poem. This is called Ring Out Wild Bells from In Memoriam. This is from Lord Alfred Tennyson. So this poem was written a long time ago, 1850, but it's still very connecting to us. So as you ring out and ring in, it feels like breathing and breathing out. So I'm going to share this poem with you. And as you're breathing in and breathing out, we get ready for a new year, right? So in the Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and but now we are looking happy, still holiday season, and then New Year is coming soon. So ring out white bells to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out wild bells and let him die. Ring out the old, ring in the new. It's kind of breathing out the old, breathing in the new. Ring happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let him go. Ring out the false, ring in the truth. Breathe out the false, breathe in the truth. Ring out the grief that saps the mind. For those that here we see no more. Ring out the field of rich and poor. Ring in redress to all mankind. Ring out a slowly dying cause and ancient forms of party strife. Ring in the noble modes of life with sweeter manners, purer laws. Ring out the want, the care, the sin, the faithless coldness of the times. Ring out my mournful rhymes, but ring in the fuller minstrel in. Ring out false pride in place and blood, the civic slander and the spike. Ring in the love of truth and right. Ring in the common love of good. Ring out all shapes of foul disease. Ring out the narrowing lust of gold. Ring out the 1,000 wars of old. Ring in the 1,000 years of peace. Ring in the valiant man and free, the larger heart, the kindlier hand. Ring out the darkness of the land. Ring in the Christ that is to be. Ring in and ring out. Okay, friends, I'll be quiet for the next few moments. You breathing in and breathing out, like you're bringing something refreshing sensation and thoughts, energies, bring out something that is stagnant, that is maybe stinky, smelly, and old, and just bringing out. You can use your imagination, just maybe I just breathing in freshness and breathing out the oldness, the tiredness, and the old energy. And reorganize your body, sitting nice and tall if you haven't already, and maybe sometimes we organically just slouching and sitting nice and tall. And begin to see if you can slow down your breath. In and out through your nose. Settle your mind a little deeper. And just noticing your breath. Take notes of where you are at the moment. It's like, I know you're sitting on your yoga mat or maybe on your cushions, but where are you actually at this moment? Mentally, physically, emotionally. And just noticing whatever show up to you. It's not, we are not looking for like exactly correct answers, and some original answer is okay. So are you here? Are you present or are you absent? Then allow yourself, just scan your body and mind, from body, and the body always is living, we're living beings. We have a lot of sensations, and our minds constantly, there's thoughts there. We are sometimes out of our control. We cannot control the thoughts. It's gonna be there. We should noticing there and welcome, and then it come and go. So any thoughts and mind, your body giving your any information from your thoughts and your sensations, and just check in to see anything. All right. Your body, you're physically, mentally, emotionally. And observe any thoughts and emotions in a neutral, non-judgmental way. It's not like, oh, this is great thoughts. Yes, this is so bad. I shouldn't have these thoughts. I shouldn't have these emotions. That's just very neutral, and just observe them. Perhaps you have some thoughts and come in and you're just noticing. Perhaps you feel like you have some aches and pain or any sensation in your body, and you start to judging, and just don't judge, just noticing. And back to your breath, one at a time. And take a 2 more breaths, 2 to 3 breaths in and out. Fully aware, fully alert, fully present. So a year, we have 12 months, right? And I invite you to now let's just kind of watching the movie, very quick movie, really fast. Like sometimes you get fast motions of that movie. Very quick, we watch ourselves from January. So if you anything that show up, oh yeah, January, maybe someone's birthday, maybe you have vacations, important things happen, and it show up to you, and you play itself, and you're just watching that movie, and you don't have to think so hard. So January now, and just kind of reflect, replay through the year, the first January, and just let yourself stay in January of this year 2025. What happened, what didn't happen, and let it slowly appear. Where were you? Who were with you? How did you feel? Anything you feel so lovely and happy, or any fear, anger, and anything. January, that was the beginning of the year. Anything like you have like set up your intention for 2025, the beginning of January, and then how did it go? Did you have any fresh intention, activity, thoughts, and habits that you wanted to begin, and did it stay? Any like pieces of the like the intention that really didn't work, and you just like creating a new one, or you just stay with the some intention that works for you. And so from January, move on to February. Very quick, reflect, like watching the movie, because we all live our day each day. We don't just wake up, it's January, and then wake up, it become March, right? It's day by day, we get to live. So January very fast. What is in your head that it pop up, that's very obvious, that you remember? Watching this movie, like the movie reel, and it made some high points, low points, big, small points. Now from February, move on to March of this year, 2025. Any events, any moments, anybody, any people, emotion, activity, any mistakes, or any highlights, achievements, journeys, all of everything. Let them show up. And we're just watching them. They're really fully aware, and without gratitude, we get to have experience this life. And we remember that is great. Whatever you remember, that is great, because you have this memory to remember. And we move on to April, when we're ready for springtime. Little by little, the things appear, replay itself. Don't get caught up if it's something like a storm. Don't get caught up. They then come to you and watch them. It's like recap, right? Recap is like, oh, we learned this month, and kind of we learned at school. We read a book, read a chapter, learn something, and then recap. So now we move on to May. So what important days in May? Any events, any things, highlights, downs, ups, ebbs and flows. Any milestones, and perhaps your own milestone, your family. So when you come to each month, like right now we are in May, and if there isn't any highlights, feel oh so nice, stay with it longer. Stay with it, that highlights, whatever feels nice. Like you're living there again. You were living in that, perhaps that sense of peace or joy. Stay there. A few breaths. And then we move on now to June, the month of June. It's halfway through the year 2025. Notice how you feel. Who with you when you think of that moments that brought you joy? Where were you? What was the place that when you feel maybe that was a time you feel lonely? Where were you? What happened? And then again, it's like a movie, like kind of also like a dream, because dream is like movie is more like there is a story there, like, but dream is like here and there, like all different space out of nowhere, and some people, some like it's no logic there. Sometimes dream is very interesting. And then let's move on from June to July, getting summer hot. What would you like? What were you doing that is like when it's hot day? What did you enjoy? Gardening or beach times or hiking? Any live events happen in July? In your community, in your family, within your own world? What special experience you had? Any challenge? And what would you have done differently if we were going to do it again? If we are able to do it again, which we look forward to the next year. Although again, each day is different, but we can just have a new intention, like a way to tell us you can always start again. Now move on to August. It's still hot, right? August day. The month of August. Watch the movie. The colors, space. Anything special going on? Someone was born, or some friends or family no longer with us. Any regrets? Let's move on to September. What was important things in September that has happened? What were the pieces that we could just toss in? And it's okay. You don't. I'm just guiding you, but like you can just like anything show up, and you can just stay with it. Especially the nice moments, you can stay longer. Like you were there, noticing how it was when life was like that, went well. Now we're gonna move on to the month of October. It's getting cold, but when the season are getting colder, we a lot more holidays to look forward to, like gathering. So October, what was fun part of the in what fun did you have in October? And what was any moment there? Was there any moment that that was so different in October that you remember? What appeared to you? What just kind of pop out, show up? Person, people, events, places, object, sky, earth. And let's move on to November. Which it was just last month. You probably have a lot of obviously vivid memory of that month, the past month, November. Anybody's birthday, any travel, any highlights, anything you would like to maybe let go. And finally, let's come back to this month. We only have, today is 27th. So 28, 29, 30, 31st, 4 more days, it will be New Year. So looking like in between the New Year, 2025 and 2026. So think about this month, the past few days. While most of us are in our holiday, family gathering, friends gathering, how did that go? How did that feel? How was it? When you were surrounded, were you able, if you were like me, we were lucky ones, we were able to spend our holidays with family members, extended family members, and how did it go? And you can really live again in that joy, like when the love's all together, all the love surrounding us. Holiday is difficult for some. Not everybody is all like happy holidays. Some is really hard for them. It's triggers. And not everybody has like family to turn to, family member to turn to, or home to go to. Even though they have family members, and some probably didn't get along well, and also a lot of different histories. So again, if you're a lucky one, and just think about that happy moments with family members and friends. That you yourself, for the next few breaths, live in that sense of joy, the gratitude that we have those friends and families in our life. We get to have the gathering and the food and the joy, the laughter. And so leave that, remember that. So looking forward to 2026, this practice I guide you as kind of like make it quicker, because we still have an asana practice in yoga moments. So just now you just kind of like looking forward to year 2026. What would you like to like maybe really let go of their holding and grasping? And maybe really take that first step to do it. What's that intention you have? So think about the new, like, refresh, the new year. We are allowed to have new hopes, new possibility, right? New dreams, new intentions, activities, ideas. What would you have for the new year that is coming for yourself? You can have some like general idea, the pictures, like we're gonna write a book or a chapter for 2026. What's the general idea which is this whole story you want to write. And just invite yourself to, okay, 2026, okay, what was the general idea? Maybe I want to write a book. That's like a big idea there, and that's one, write a book, or run a marathon, or apologize to someone, or give up some relationship, or whatever. General, like big idea. So allow yourself to think now. The big idea. You can just a big idea. It doesn't have to go from month to month. It's a big idea. So I'll be quiet for the next few moments. I really invite you to. It's okay to think big, right? It's like, and then so we have this intention. Those ideas that's our intention, and then we try our best. Like, so, oh, that's my intention. Remember my big goals there. My intention there. The goal is not like conquer the world. The goal, it could be very small. Like let go, different goals, different chapters. Yeah, like so what you have the favorite moments from this year, 2025. How can you create that kind of moments while you're writing for the next year, next chapter? What would you like that? Feel like colors and textures, smells, sounds, voices. You're feeling your sensations. How can you live, like, write that chapter that really resonate with you, a true self? This is just an invitation, like a beginning. So when you have time after this yoga class, you can maybe really journal. And then create the intention to integrate your true self in various ways, different ways. So friends, breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly. We don't know the future. It is impermanent. I mean, like the life every day is impermanent. However, in our practice, through this practice, hopefully we still get to have the outline of our years ahead of us. Hopefully we can write that our chapters according to our wishes, our intentions. But with an open mind, things will change, and then we will rewrite it again later. So it's okay to creating your story, and then it's okay when things change. Then things doesn't go according to our script. Life is unpredictable, and we will learn to have that open mind, go with the flow of life too. Rewrite anytime we need to. All right, my friends, it's a long like meditation and then talking. So I'm gonna come back to my yoga mat now. So you will have 2 blocks with you. So I remember when I did this, like, and then when we're in temple, we shimpui, like we have a 2. It looks like moonlight, not moonlight. Looks like a moon. It's shaped like this. Did you see it? Okay, I'll do it again. It's shaped like this. 2 of them, and so we hold it, and we should ask for answers. You go to the temple. You talk to all the deities, spirits, or whatever temple you go, so you believe, and you're asking questions, or you wishing, and you pray, and you put it on the floor. See if it go this way, one side this way, that means it's answer. It's good for you. It's gonna happen. Whatever you may wish you, I win the lottery, for example. Okay, I may win the lottery. And in a different ways, the spirits is just laughing at you, or like the deity or Buddha just kind of laugh, or Bodhisattva, and one is like no, one is just laughing, and the other one like this. That's yes. I do have that things like shenbei. I have the shape, two of them, not real. It's made of wood. Mine is eraser. But anyways, I'll come back here. Okay, let's shake it out. Shake it out. You're sitting like I was sitting there for a long time. Shake it out. Shake it out. Release, release. Let your knees, your legs, just where you're sitting, just move and rest, rest. Shake it out. And we begin to. So intention, right? Today's intention is set our foundation while working on our feet, and that strong foundations like our intention. And your intention, we spent so much time earlier that meditation is intention. How would you like to write the story of 2026? The big idea, like, oh, this is gonna be fiction, this is a fiction story, whatever, a big idea, and maybe chapter, you can later in my journal. So that's our intention, right? Let's bring our right foot in, circle ankle. And then the top part of your toes and ball of the feet, circle that top part. Clockwise and counterclockwise. And point your toes down towards your shin. Pause there and breathe. Let your shoulder relax. Let your ears, so your left ear, reaching towards your left shoulders. While you're pulling your toe, right toe is closer to the shin, right shin. Feel the nice stretch of sole of your foot. Relax your eyes, relax your jaw. And come to neutral again to bring your foot closer to you. Move your hips and your knees, your legs side by side like you're rocking the baby. A baby girl, baby boy, that is you, within you, yourself. Now extend your right leg forward, sitting nice and tall. Hold it there and breathe. And take it across your legs and gaze into the right. So your leg across to the left, you're gazing past to the right. And switch side, open your legs to the right, gazing to the left. Your hands can be behind you, resting on the earth. Look back, year 2025. With gratitude, we get to have all the experience. Some experience we are not looking forward to, but it happens. And then, okay, that is my life experience, my own story. And come out this pose, extend your right leg and your left foot into your inner thighs. Slowly reaching your hands up, bring your right toes closer to your knees with your in-breath. Slowly exhale, 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 exhale. Your right inner arch from foot inner heels pushing down deeper, toes facing up to the sky, and pose point closer to you. And hold it there and breathe. You're welcome, just stay here or you use this strap. And come out of this pose. Bring your feet together, fly with the butterfly. And then we move on to the other foot. So hello, left foot, left ankle. And then move on to the top. Circle. And then we come into stillness. Bring your toes pushing. Use your hands pushing your toes closer to the shins. Your left toe closer to the left shins. Let your right ear drop toward the right shoulder. Let both shoulders relax down, away from the ears. And come out. This pose is stand your leg straight forward. Feel your sit bones side by side. Step equally grounded with support from all Gaia, Mother Earth. Your right hand reaching towards your left outer foot and turn and twisting to the left side. And we want to look at this side, this view, and we turn to the other side, to the right. Now extend your legs forward, left into inner thighs, inner heels, push your left inner heel, round it down into the earth. Slowly inhale, exhale, bow forward. Sometimes we break it like 3 to 4 parts, but today we can just slowly bow forward and look forward. Look forward to the new day. Today is new day. Begin with a new breath. Inhale, bring in some refreshing moments. Exhale, some old pieces, and let it release and go. And take your time to come out. This pose, come to your butterfly. Bring your knees together. Shake it out again, tap, 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 and now we have your block ready. Slide your block in between your calf. Hands behind you and lifting your legs up and just move your hips side by side. You can squeeze your block. Move your legs side by side. And ground your feet. Bring your block in between the inner arch. And just kind of up and down. You can adjust the widest part, or maybe use this width. And just kind of turn one up and then the other up. So one side's up and the other side's up. And see your hips and your knees, your arch, your core, all engaging. And we let that go. Bring your feet forward, let your block resting. Your inner arch, inner feet pressing into the block, toes point to your knees. Hold it there and breathe. Sitting nice and tall like you come to your Tadasana mountain pose with the feet squeezed hard into the block. Spreading your toes as wide as you feel available and comfortably. Steady breath in and out. And let go, soften, close your toes together, bring your toes down. Inhale, open your toes wide, squeeze your block. Exhale, toes pointing downward, close. Push. So a few more rounds, inhale and exhale. Squeeze your block. One more time. Finish this round and add one more as a bonus. And let that go. Now, see any you feel, how do you feel about your feet? Any parts of your feet might need to massage or open. Any knots or tightness. And then move on to hands and knees or fours. Slide your block in between your thighs and cat and cow. Let me take a drink. You might want to take a drink, you can anything. When you come to cow, squeeze it and soften, come to cat. Once you come to cat, squeeze the block again. And then soften, release without squeezing. So every time you come to cow, squeeze, and then you release. And you come back to cat and squeeze, and then soften. And next time we come to your cow, you soften your belly, tuck your toes. And as much as you can to open your toes while pushing your toes into the ground, to the earth. And rock front and back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, sit back toward the space between your heels. One more round like this. Feel your feet, toes, you arch. You come on this pose, untuck your toes, release your block. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. And then move your hips side by side. And come to a child's pose. You can grab your block. Rest your forehead on the block. Diagonalize, tilt your block so your forehead can rest evenly and naturally on the block, not in that weird angles like this. Take your time to release your block in the front. Come to your downward facing dog with a nice high exhale, sweet exhalation. Feel free to move your dog or stay still. Now come into stillness when you're in downward facing dog. Really pushing your fingertips, reaching down into the earth, plucking each fingertips down one by one. And like you think of it like a light bulb, it's like a Christmas light bulb, right? Oh, any light bulb is a one by one light up. And set your drishti, your gaze between your thumbs and make your way forward. Reach it towards your elbow, soften your knees around, and just hands rock side by side. Come to stillness. Hands on your hips rise up. The next inhalation, come up to stand. And exhale, find your mountain pose. Soften you can roll your shoulder back. Let your hands resting by your side. We don't have to open our palms like really stiff, like rigid. And just soften your hands, open your chest, lengthen your tailbone downward, pressing through your heels. Wake up the ball of your big toes and the ball of your little toes and space between your heel. Pushing your heel down in, like reaching down to the earth. Open your heart space. Open for this day, and then we're looking forward to a new year. And come out this pose, bring your heels up and you bend your knee, toes spreading wide. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down, toes spreading wide. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more times, 7, 8, 'Bring in a new possibility. Bring out the stagnation. Last one. And then you're gonna bounce. Bend your knees, shake your hands and legs organically. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Let me just move my drink there. Shake it out and turn and twisting side by side. Now hands up. You can rest your hands on your hip. Extend your right leg forward. And so your toes pointing down. And you can circle your ankle from there. And circle your hip. So now your toes, the back of your toes touching the earth, right? Now you bring the top of your toes, you're gonna touch the earth. You kind of bend. So be very mindful, bend your toes and then top your toes touching the earth. You can bring your toes closer to you now. And then just stay there for a couple breaths. And if you feel like it's really uncomfortable, you can shake it out again. And we shake it out now. So we're gonna bring off our foot, pressing through the toes. And then bend your toes, the top of your toes on the earth. And let it go, shake it, and we do the other side. So your right leg is standing strong, your left foot is standing first. You can circle your hips and ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. Bring your foot closer to you under your hips, next to your right foot, your left foot next to your right foot, pressing the ball of your left foot into the earth. And then you're gonna bend your toes, the top of your toes, like your nail areas on pressing into the earth. Don't put too much pressure to cause any discomfort, like aches and pains. And then come out. Be very mindful if you have an issue with your this foot or the other foot. You do as much as you could and or as less as you wanted. Your body's allowed it, and just have some exploration to train our feet and shake it out. We come to the front side of your yoga mat. If you haven't already, it's always the center. So we come to yoga mat. Back to your Tadasana mountain pose. Rest your hands to a heart space. Inhaling, extend your arms all and up to the sky. Find your back bend here. Exhale. Dive forward, swan dive forward. Inhale, have a lift, gazing forward. Exhale, release, step your right foot back. Turn your right heel, warrior one. Turn your right heels in, we establish your final warrior one. Stay in warrior one. Strong foundation, move down your feet. Feel the lifting of your front arch and your back arch. Feel creating the arch. Some of us have flat feet, right? And you can energetically you're creating the arch. Watch the arch that's there. A healthy feet, we will have that nice arch, not collapsing arch. The arch will not collapse. So feel the arch. And take your time to strengthen your front leg. Lean forward from your hip joint. Lower your body down. Like you can think about your body is parallel to the earth, your hips neutral, so you feel your hips sliding to the left side, letting more like a neutral hip. Neutral. We love to do things in like neutral, right? Not too much, not too little. Neutral, neutral. Neutral thoughts, neutral sensations, non-judgmental way. And we bend your front knees back to Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. And we breathe. Wake up your back leg. Feel the arch, lifting the arch. Turn your right heels up, your back heel from Warrior 1 to lunge, and we find a twist. Turn to twisting to your left side. Feel free to have one hand on the earth, one hand on the side. Take your time, be real on high lunge. Let your right knees come down, toes on top. And open your hands. Extend your top hand up to the sky, bottom hand down, reaching down to the earth. So you're gazing into the top hand. Your bottom elbow is pushing into the thighs, outer thigh. And let that go. Rest both hands on the right side of the front foot. Find the lizard posture. Slow lizard. You can bring your back foot a little closer to the back end of the yoga mat. So legs getting long, body's getting long. You're creating your lizard, spreading your fingertips wide, soften your elbows, and breathe. Like you can gazing forward, you can look in with the clear eyes, clear minds, open mind. Kind of like gazing into the future, 2026. It's probably a big wave of oceans, mountains, misties, all the mystery there. Now let your left hand come to the left side of your front foot and draw your hip back to going forward to half split. Your front inner heel is pushing closer down, deeper into the earth. Holding there, soft breath in and out. Shoulder can relax away from the listening ears. Can gently move your neck, your head side by side, or stay still. Your choice. Eyes are softened and concentrated. Jaws are relaxed, teeth and gums are soft. Slowly rebend your front knees, rest your hands under your shoulder, and tuck your back toes. Come back to down dog. From down dog, rest your knees. Happy baby, child's pose or puppy pose. Take your time to come back to downward facing dog, Mukha Svanasana. Feel free to move or stay still. Feel free to pause in any angles if you are moving, exploring. Now coming into stillness, let your beautiful eyes gazing forward between your big thumbs and make your way forward. Always, life is always about moving forward. Keep going, right? We cannot relieve. Although we try to recap our ear, but we cannot really relieve our ears. And slowly reaching towards your elbows, generously bend your knees, rock your body effortlessly side by side. Soften and let go and let be. That's the ultimate learning is about let go, let be, and let in. Now rest your hands on your hip, rise up with a nice inhalation. Extend your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, back to your Tadasana mountain pose and take a pause here. In Tadasana mountain pose, I invite you to spreading your toes wide, lift your toes up, spreading your toes wide, and then soften your toes down to the earth again. From Tadasana, extend your arms, reaching on up to the sky, palms together, and back bend like a crescent moon. And we swan dive forward with the exhalation. Inhale, hands and shin gaze, halfway lift. Exhale, bow down, step your left foot back, pivot your left heels in, ground your front leg back leg, creating reasonable amount of stance and distance, and come to your warrior one. Wake up the back leg, feel the arch, front arch lifting up, back arch, but without using your toes gripping. Lifting your arch, and see how body is really, really engaging, and then feel the lightness right here. We are living here and now. Relax your shoulders. Now stretch your front leg from your hip joint. Slowly keep your hip neutral. If you feel like your right hip is popping out, keep it neutral. Your right hip, left hip more neutral. Let's stay next to each other and lower your body. Lengthen your fingertips. Lengthen your crown of head reaching forward. Strong foundation, strong intentions with our healthy feet that we will work on day by day. And we're breathing in here. And slowly coming back to Virabhadrasana 1. We bend your front knees. Reorganize your whole beings. Turn your left heels up from warrior one. We come to our lunge. So your back heels facing up to the sky, your toes tucked. Spreading the back toes as wide as you can. Pushing your toes, the ball of your back foot down. You can choose to lower your knees down or stay high. We find a twist. Turn and twist into the right side. If your knees are high, left knee is high, now let your left knees come down, toes on top. And separate your hands, bottom hands, fingertips down to the earth. Top hand, your right hand reaching up to the sky. Gazing up. Pressing through your bottom elbow, left elbow into your right outer thigh. Your right hand reaching up to the sky. And slowly let it go. Place both hands on the left side of the right foot. Lizard, and slide your left leg a little further away from your front leg. Pressing into your fingertips, or you can use 1 or 2 blocks. And we gazing forward with a clear visions and breathe. So you can have 2 blocks or 1 block or pushing into your fingertips. Place your right hand next to your right foot, so you frame your front leg, draw your hip back, front leg is long, bow forward to half split. Now half split, the half split. Ardha Hanumanasana, Hanuman, the monkey deity. take your time to ground your front foot, slide your hands back, and tuck your back toes, bring your forehead back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Organize your dog now, my friends. Feel free to shape your dog, move your dog, wag the tails or hips or knees. And come back to puppy pose or child's pose. Back sore floors, cats and cow, soften belly, loosen up, and back rounding to cat. Really articulate your spine, moving slowly. When you come to cow, your hip tilting up, your front of hip tilting up to the sky like you see. When you come to cat, your tailbone reaching down to the earth, front of head reaching down, you're gazing down in like a reverse C. And come back to have a seat. Have a seat. You're going to roll up our pelvis, rock our pelvis forward and backward, the pelvic rotation. Reaching both legs forward. Lifting your legs up. You can have a block in between your feet. Lifting your legs up and bring your legs out to the sides and windshield wiper, maybe side by side. You can go a little higher without collapsing, rounding your back. Pushing your hip into your fingertips. Open your chest first and then extend your legs as high as you feel comfortable. Swing your legs side by side. And we slowly release. Pat your feet, your thighs, massage your feet, massage your knees. Rub your palms first when we massage your knees. Really gather the heat and cover your knees, massage your knees. And from there, we're gonna get ready. You can come up to stand. Have 2 blocks ready. So we come to our Tadasana mountain pose. This is like mountain pose, staying strong. We stay in mountain pose, really strong foundations. Like we stay in mountain pose. All the standing postures all begin with this mountain pose. So have your mountain, we walk on our feet together, right? So that's, you come to your mountain pose. And take a moment to pause here in mountain pose. Find the 3 points of view down. The 3 dots like a triangle. The ball under your big toes, the ball under your little toes, big toe, little toes, and space between your heels, a triangle, like 3 points. You're connecting the dots, pushing your feet down, not using your toes. Relax your toes, spread your toes wide and let your toes resting. More space. You can like push your feet down and feel a lift, slightly lift up of your kneecap, not locking your knee, kneecap in your quad. And open your chest, your lungs, and your chest open, shoulder open. Your palms will be open. Soft hands. Lift your pelvic floor in and up. If you know where your pelvic floor is, lifting up. And the sides of your belly button, the muscles are pushing in and lifting it up too. Like you're lifting the side of your belly, like the muscle next to your belly button, lifting in. So you bring it drawing into your belly button and then lifting up, like you bring them to the back of the spine. your collarbone is super wide and broad. Heart is really open, mind is open, and beginner's minds, no mind and no mind. Foundation super strong, standing tall and strong. Crown of head, lengthen, reaching up to the sky. And then let go, shake it out again. Have your block ready. Now we're gonna place a block in front of each other. There's some space. I'll demonstrate. There's some space. I'm gonna use my right foot first. You can always adjust the space between your blocks. And you place the ball of your foot on top, one block, and the heels area on the other part of your block. So organize the other leg. See, if I stand the other leg this way, it's not gonna be comfortable. So I'm gonna slide my other foot next to my the second block. So you're gonna stand it on top. See how that feels? You feel the distance is too wide. You can come out, maybe bring your block a little closer. Or instead of closer, maybe it's wider. So just see how you can stand up. Once you stand up, the other foot is gonna come to the ball. So when I stand up, my other foot, it will be like this, because otherwise I'll bend my knees. But I want to keep these legs long, so the other foot kind of top. And now you're standing up. You're gonna feel the arch. So pushing through the heel, so your right foot, the standing foot, and the ball of your right foot pushing down. And then bring like claw the foot. Right now we're doing the right foot. The foot on the front, the toes on the front block. They squeeze your toes together like a claw. So you feel the lifting of your arch right here. It was this and kind of like this now. And then relax your toes, spreading your toes wide again, and squeeze your toes together. So a few more rounds. When you open your toes, you're pushing your heel into the earth, the ball of your foot into the earth, spreading your toes wide. And bring your toes closer, and then you kind of feel the arch of your foot, your right foot underneath. So a few rounds like this. Next time when you squeeze together, like your toes squeeze together, and then pause there and hold it there. If you feel any discomfort, just come out and shake it out. And let it go now. So you're standing, your toes, your heel standing on the block. Rest your hands on your hip, and just lifting your opposite legs forward. Spreading your opposite toes wide. Standing, please get balance, and also working on your feet. And let that go. Let's move on to the other side. So before we move on to the other side, pause here to feel the leg that was the right foot we've been working on. Feel that energy and sensation and lightness and the arch of that right foot. Pause there and breathe. And then we'll move on to the other side, so the left foot. So my friends, stay on the other side. So your right foot, this time this right foot you will tuck the toes, so kind of like on the same height. The same idea, so you're spreading your left toes, the bottom toes, I should say the top toes, the left toes, open, spreading wide, and let it resting on the earth. And then squeeze them together, bring all the left toes close, and squeeze them together, and bring the heels down so they feel the lifting of your arch, and let go, spreading your toes wide again, pushing your heel down. So a few rounds like this. Keep breathing evenly. So next time when you squeeze all of your toes together, your heels pushing down, and feel the arch underneath, and stay there and breathe. And then we let that go. Hands on your hips, stabilize, and extend your long leg, your right leg, opposite leg, reaching forward, toes open. Enjoy the freedom, the space. It's okay if you're wobbly, you can always come up. And slowly release, coming back to standing pose. Come back to your Tadasana mountain pose. And then step on your block, mountain pose on 2 blocks. And come on this pose, because our time is limited, so we're gonna do one more fun thing, different things. So I will show you first. You have 2 blocks, and in one foot, the ball of your foot almost the top arch area on the front, the other side, so you can adjust the space. The other side, so the other foot on the heels. So like the back foot. Right now I have my right leg in the front, so my ball on my right foot and toes on the front block, and the back, my left foot on the back block. So the heels on top. So you're gonna push in. Oh, watch out! So push in into the ball of your front foot, and then lifting your heels up and down. Draw your hip back. You can lean back as much as you can, walking with your hands, lifting up. Again, you're doing like lunge, and exhale, heels down. From heel, then left knee bend, hands you can reaching back. One more time like this. And then you're coming back up. So have your legs. What the front heel is reaching on the earth. And the back heel is on the block. And standing like this, like you're doing mountain pose. And we come out this pose. We do the other side, so we organize your legs. So the other foot, left foot, the ball is left on, and the toes on the front block, yoga block, and then your right heel is back heel on the yoga block. And inhale, bend your front knees, you can reach your hands up, front knees and back knees bend, and exhale, bring your hands back knees bend. So adjust, maybe you feel like maybe I both knees straight, whatever, you just kind of play with your heels and arch. Sometimes you can strengthen your back legs, sometimes you bend your back knees and front knees, and play with it. I'm playing right now too. See, sometimes like front knees bend and different ways to approach. Front knees and back knees, different ways to bend and play. And you're coming back to standing like a Tadasana. And slowly rest both hands resting on the earth, yoga mats, and pause here, Tadasana mountain pose, and breathe. Focus on your arch. Arch is left arch and right arch. Focus on the toe, 10 toes, and heels, the shape of your feet, the energy of your feet. Stay grounded and stronger, deeper. That intention, we root down our intention. Looking for the day that we get to live, and then the following days, a new year. Again, gently walk forward and back, and then side by side. And back to a sense of balance now without rocking. Find your balance, lifting your chest forward. Stay super grounded, strong foundation. Strong, strong, strong. Move down into the earth with your intention. Spreading the roots super, 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 super wide and wild. What's the book you're going to write for the year 2026? Your own book, maybe just thinking about book is a chapter. Book is so big, right? I mean, it's okay. We can be wild to think about, this year I'm going to write my story like this. The general, the whole concept. Could be anything, any intention, any space, any story. No limitation. We come out this pose. Open your toes and heels up. Bend your knees, extend your arms up to the sky. Hold it there and breathe. You can turn your toes over, knee trace into your toes. Got this pose. Feel the arch of your feet. And come out this pose, strengthen your leg, bring your toes forward, lower your head down, relax your head, slide your hips side by side. And then come to neutral, let your head relax, bend your elbows, soften. Place your left hand under your face, peel, extending your right hand up to the sky. You can press your bottom fingertips onto the earth or slide a block under your face and then lifting your hands up to the sky a little higher. Keep your hip neutral and breathe. And then pushing into the earth, both hands turn open to the right side. Bend your back, elbow, right elbows, bend your right elbow, slide your right hand on your lower back or the left inner thighs. And your left hand reaching out and sweep it over to the right side. So to the back. So you're facing to the right side, your hands, your front hand, left hand, sweeping to the right shoulder, toward the right shoulders. To the back. You come out of this pose, open your hands wide, inhale, exhale, slowly lower your head down. Place your right hand next to your, under your face, peel your left hand up to the sky. Your left hand could be on one block, or you can adjust the height, your right hand on the block, your left hand can reach a little higher, hips neutral. Now bend your top elbows, slide up, slide under your hip. Now open your both hands out, turn to your left side. Slide your left hands on your right outer thighs, your right hand reaching forward and lifting up and sweep over toward the left shoulders, your palms facing towards your left shoulders. Take your time to come out of this pose. Open your hands wide one more time. You bow forward. Slowly, let's look at into each other. Slowly turn your toes and heels and toes and heels in. Come up to stand and tuck your toes, turn your toes, shake your hips, tuck your toes. Right now, bring your toes down, like this way. Point your toes and roll side by side. And we do the other side, tuck your toes. And then bring your toes down and circle your hips and your toes in a different way. And shake it out, kick it, kick it. Kick it, kick it, soften and soften. Now, before we lie down, we bring your toes, bring your feet together. So have a block in between your feet. Find your Tadasana mountain pose first. Can gently inner feet pressing into your block. See how that is engaging your body. So when you squeeze your feet into the block, how your body is engaging. And then from there, push into your right foot, pick your left foot off the earth and down, X. And come up, inhale, and exhale down the other side. Inhale, lifting, exhale down. So take your time to play. One more time each side. And this time, I say one more each side, I was moving faster. This time, pause there, one side, pause there. The standing foot pushing a little deeper down, pause. And your inner feet pressing against the block. You can extend your hands up, sweep it to the opposite direction, to the right. Squeeze your block. And come out of this pose, release your hands, push into your right foot, pick your left foot off the earth while the block still staying there. You squeeze your block, and then bring your hands up to the sky. You can stay here or turn your palms, your hands toward the left side while you're standing on right foot, and you squeeze the block. And hold it there. Feel the soft breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Each breath think about each breath really is a new beginning. We don't really, we're talking about new year, new day, but ultimately, each in-breath and out-breath, new beginning. It's okay to make mistakes, to have a regrets, and don't wait until the next day to start again or next hour. Right here, right now, it's always a new beginning, a new hope. And come on this pose, my friends. Do you need to shake it out, kick it, or jumping or running? Allow yourself to explore and to do whatever feels good. And we're gonna have a seat now. So mindfully to come to your squat and have a seat. Have a drink if you have any with you. I'm gonna massage your toes. So use your thumbs, massage or each toes, the top side, the space between your toes. You're like climbing the mountain and valley up and down. And you turn your toes up and use the opposite hand to massage the bottom part of your toes. You massage top and bottom and the space between. And then also both hands massage the ball of your feet, the arch, the whole sole of your foot and the heels. And then circle your ankles. Ankle and top of your foot. And rock. Bring your right foot into your left inner thigh. And we bow forward here and breathe. Again, you can use a strap or you just chill wherever your hands are organically, wherever your hands are land, and you can stay there and breathe. Gazing forward, you can close your eyes, soften your shoulders. Wake up your front leg, bring your toes wide, open wide, toes closer to your knees. Front inner heels pushing down into the ground, into the earth. And take your time to come on this pose. Tap out your left leg, long leg. Massage your knees. And we're gonna move on to the other side. So this time, the other foot, your right legs from. You can massage the top of your foot. Space. You can use both hands. It doesn't have to just use one hand. Whatever you feel comfortable. And the top, right? The whole top and the ankle, and then the sole of your foot, the toe space between, and the arch, the ball of your feet, the heels, the whole foot. Pat too. And circle your ankle, the top of your foot. And rock your legs, your hip. Now we stay on left leg, forward, bring your right foot in, bow forward, inhale, exhale. Hold it there. Relax your shoulder down, soften gaze. Breathing softly, intentionally. And slowly come on this pose. You can massage your knees, breath, gather some energy and heat. Massage your knees. And then all the way up and down. And then slowly bring both legs forward. Massage again. Pat. And we slowly lay down on our mats, have a block ready. We are done with our feet practice now, and we're just gonna lay down. You can bring a block with you. Rest your block on top of your belly. You can extend your hands. Rest by your side, your legs, organize your legs and pelvis, and just a moment to chill and breathe. Let your blocks moving up and down through your breath in and out. In through your nostril, out through your nostril. Take a couple more breath in and out. Here and now. And soften, bend, bring both knees in. You're reaching towards your block. Slide the block, put it on top of your shins. As you bring your knees closer to your chest and rock your hips. Massage your back and internal organs, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your bowels and intestines, your liver, spleens, pancreas, bladders. And come into stillness now. Bring your feet down. And lift your hips, slide the block, your yoga block. Place your yoga block under your sacrum area. And bring your hip back down. And see how that feels. You can rock side by side. Any pain or discomfort, you can reorganize, replace, relocate your block, the position of your block. And once you're ready, you can lift your legs up. Rest your hands by your side and pause here and breathe. You can circle your ankles, move your toes any way you like. Or you can point your big toes closer to you. And then bring your toes down, the other 4 toes closer to you. Does that make sense? Or we didn't do it earlier, but now you're lying down your mat, so you can bring your toes closer to you and then point your toes down and the other 4 toes closer to you. So when you're lying down, you can practicing. And feel free, you like lifting your legs up and down, and let go of the toes movement. Just bring your legs up and down. Your choice. we are coming close to the yoga asana practice, coming to the end. So anything else you like to offer for yourself? Perhaps you feel enough. Perhaps you feel like, I still would love, my body would like to do this or that. And maybe you massage your feet, maybe a little twisting, any things that you would like to incorporate into your practice. Give yourself this opportunity to complete your asana, your yoga movements. Once you're ready, you can come to your most comfortable relaxation pose. Never skip a relaxation pose. If you are out there, you're able to join the yoga class in person, no rush. When I feel like there are few people didn't honor the importance of Shavasana and relaxation pose. And as a yoga therapist, it's their choice, but I wish they could stay until the end. And sometimes life goes on, I guess, especially when you're outside in a studio or outside, and then probably like they have their things they need to achieve. They need to move on their day. But if you're indoor right now, take your time to like really allow yourself to complete the whole sessions. And once you're ready right now, hopefully you're very comfortable now. I will read a couple more poems. I will repeat one more poems that ring out and to end this asana practice. So this is like your bedtime stories. Bedtime story, like kids, like a bedtime story. It's always nice to listen over and over again. It's kind of a ritual and feels very comfortable. And kids like to listen to the same story over and over again. So take your time to prop yourself up. I'll read this The New Year by Anand. I am the little new year, ho ho. Here I come, tripping it over the snow, shaking my bells with a merry din. So open your doors and let me in. Presents I bring for each and all. Big folks, little folks, short and tall. Each one from me a treasure may win. So open your doors and let me in. Some shall have silver and some shall have gold. Some shall have new clothes and some shall have old. Some shall have brass and some shall have tin. So open your doors and let me in. Some shall have water and some shall have milk. Some shall have satin and some shall have silk. But each from me a present may win. So open your doors and let me in. So like it's talking about New Year, of course, a new day and new hour, new breath. We need to open to let it in, and we'll find the surprises, different experience in life. Life's full of flavors, and some are bitter and yucky, and some are sweet and yummy. So we learn to embrace them all. Another poem, New Year's Day by Kim Adonizio. Sorry if I didn't say your last name right. The rain this morning falls on the last of the snow and will wash it away. I can smell the grass again, and the torn leaves being eased down into the mud. The few loves I've been allowed to keep are still sleeping on the west coast. Here in Virginia, I walk across the fields with only a few young cows for company. Big boned and shy, they are like girls I remember from junior high who never spoke, who kept their heads lowered and their arms crossed against their new breasts. Those girls are nearly 40 now, like me. They must sometimes stand at a window late at night, looking out on a silent backyard, at one rusting lawn chair and the sheer walls of other people's houses. They must lie down some afternoons and cry hard for whoever used to make them happiest, and wonder how their lives have carried them this far without ever once explaining anything. I don't know why I'm walking out here with my coat darkening and my boots sinking in, coming up with a mild sucking sound I like to hear. I don't care where those girls are now. Whatever they've made of it, they can have. Today I want to resolve nothing. I only want to walk a little longer in the cold blasting of the rain and lift my face to it. Finally, I'll read this Ring Out Wild Bells, which I did earlier of the practice. When ring out, you can think of breathing out. Ring in, when you hear the words ring in, it's like breathing in. Ring out, breathing out, each breath. Ring out, wild bells to the wild sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out, wild bells, and let him die. Ring out the cold, ring in the new. Ring, happy bells, cross the snow. The year is going, let him go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring out the grief that saps the mind. For those that here we see no more. Ring out the field of rich and poor. Ring in redress to all mankind. Ring out a slowly dying cause and ancient forms of party strife. Ring in the noble modes of life with sweeter manners, purer laws. Ring out the want, the care, the sin, the faithless coldness of the times. Ring out my mirthful rhymes, but ring the fuller minstrel in. Ring out false pride in place and blood, the civic slander and the spite. Ring in the love of truth and right. Ring in the common love of good. Ring out all shapes of foul disease. Ring out the narrowing lust of gold. Ring out the 1,000 words of old. Ring in the 1,000 years of peace. Bring in the valiant man and free, the larger heart, the kindlier hands. Bring out the darkness of the land. Bring in the Christ that is to be. This is a ring out the 1,000 words of old. Bring in the 1,000 years of peace. That's ultimately our human goal. Okay, my friends, this is a long practice, so we come together toward the end. This is the last practice we have in year 2025, so it's a long practice. Hopefully you rest here for as long as needed. Make it 2 hours practice. The light and divine in me, honor and recognize the light and divine in you. The 25 in me, honor and recognize the 25 year 2025 in you. And that's all. Looking forward to a new year that is ahead of us. Happy holidays, happy New Year's. Namaste, my friend. Thank you. I'll see you next year.